right, it's loading now. But I'm not sure if it's actually actively live, but moan for me. More of that. Let's start with that.
That's usually how we start, very awkwardly.
Welcome to this week's very special Christmas edition of the Once Revealed Variety Hour.
With a special guest, Mr. White Man with his dress.
Let's welcome Dain Wood to the podcast this week. What up, Dain? Dain has seen us blossom from an awkward band that doesn't really know what it's doing in front of people to an awkward band that still doesn't really know what it's doing in front of people.
Yeah.
But he's seen us blossom through it nonetheless.
We'll get there eventually, you know.
Yeah.
It's just part of the process.
So let's start with the age-old Variety Hour question. Dain, how was your week, bud?
Jeez, now I gotta remember what I actually did all week.
I do this. Yeah, this is me too. I'm like, oh god, reflection.
It's a weird feeling. You just don't know.
Right?
You don't know.
You just don't
Honestly,
know.
man, I've just been working. I do nothing but work up in New York right now, and my highlights are coming down to see friends and family here in Maryland when I do.
That's cool, man.
So,
How's New York?
I mean, not to be sappy or anything, but that's it.
Yeah.
Boring. Yeah, let's just move on here. Jeez.
Dane's life is way cooler than ours. He lives in New York. He's living a fast-paced life up there. You don't know, man.
Yeah, something like that.
What about you,
Always
Nate?
going to Niagara Falls and fucking riding the falls.
Oh my goodness. I've only lived in Niagara Falls area for over a year now, but I've probably been there close to a dozen times, and I think I'm done for a while. So if any of you come to visit me, I'm not taking you there to Niagara Falls. Sorry.
You want to see the water go in your own time.
Yeah, exactly.
Get an Uber.
Watch the fucking sink. Jeez.
There it is. Nate, Scott, what about you guys?
Well,
You go now.
it was pretty good.
Caught them with their mouths
It's pretty
full.
good. I don't know. Nothing much exciting. I did very, very little. I did the bare minimum this past week. That's what I did. The absolute
Nice.
bare
Very
fucking
nice.
minimum. Yeah. I went to work, which was working at home. So it was kind of I didn't go to work, really. I just worked. And then I stayed here and hung out.
So you're in the office now, right?
I am. Actually, my office is I have a room that is
Oh, look
my
at
office
you.
in
Professional. So
Yeah.
you can claim it on your taxes.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, you didn't know that, did you? You can claim that shit on your taxes for a deductible because you've been working out of your home.
How many people are going to
really?
do that?
Boom.
So
Come to
many
the
people
Once
are gonna
Revealed
do that.
Variety Hour and get tax advice. What's good?
Yeah. How to evade taxes.
Not evade, deduct.
Is that the name of the title?
Don't evade, deduct.
Tax deductions.
Dan, get off your phone.
Sending people the link to this, man.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I'm telling people
Thank
about
you, Dave.
this. Come on, bro.
Come on,
He's
bro.
just always on his phone, so I gotta tell him everyone.
No, I figured he was over there writing down fucking can you get a tax break for fucking claiming a room in your house? You can, it's true. Wow, that's crazy. Look at this.
Wait, what?
Get me the
There's
hell
probably
out
going
of
to be a shit ton of people doing that this year. So many people work from home. How the government's all of a sudden you have to shell out all this money for people working from home.
That's
They're
why-
probably going to try
yeah.
to change that because of that. They're probably going to try to change it.
Probably.
Yeah.
What about you, Scott? How's your week been?
Start from one end, I'll start.
I love this. This is great. Scott's having a
Wait,
great
are we
week,
done
it looks like.
questions? Are we done questions? I don't think I'm going to need them.
Okay.
I want these two flirt with each other the whole night.
That was my week.
So how long have you known each other?
You know what? I got some yum-yum sauce. Shit. Forgot all about this shit.
You guys are making me hungry again. I have to go get my food.
It was not too bad. I did a lot of gift shopping. Very late gift shopping. It was very hectic. Went to find my wife's gift multiple times. Couldn't find the right one. And then next day, eventually found the gift. And Yeah, and then stopped by the liquor store and waited 2 hours for other people to leave the parking spot. And then I got some nice organic chocolate stout.
Mm.
This shit is pretty good.
That looks nice.
It's very good.
That looks fancy.
Chocolate
It is
stout,
fancy.
delicious. It's weird how
Fancy.
beer can taste like chocolate, and it's actually good.
Right.
Sounds great.
Right, it's
That sounds like
organic
everything
and-
I've ever wanted.
Yeah, man.
Right. Try it.
There was one time
Samuel
Samuel Smith.
Smith's
No relation.
organic chocolate
relation.
stout.
None.
No relation. No.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yep. What I've noticed with some stouts, like some of them are like a milk stout or like a one of
Right.
those- and you get them in a
Okay.
can that got ping pong ball in it, which is actually for nitrogen.
Guinness?
Guinness, or there's one called oh shit, what's it called? It's I can't remember now. But what I noticed is if I was drinking that and I was expecting like beer, like a lager or something like that, if I'm thinking beer, I take a sip of that, I'm like, this doesn't have any beer flavor. What the hell is this? Well, then if I just kind of shift my thinking about what I'm expecting and just be like, hey, whatever this is going to be, whatever. And then I do, it's totally different. It's like a dessert almost. It's like dessert beer.
Yeah, that's what this is. That's exactly what Dain said. That's weird that you said that. He said this is a dessert beer. That's
You know
fucking
why he
weird.
said that? Dane's cool as shit, that's why. Yeah. Cool as shit.
Cool
Shit's
as
cool.
shit.
Let me tell you.
I didn't write anything down for this.
I didn't either.
Friday.
I didn't either. We're going in blind to this Christmas special. What
I just
would
figured you guys
like to
always did.
comment on is that
Talk about fucking Taco Bell and
we are all in fact eating some form of Chinese food right now because for the past few
it's
weeks.
Japanese, but close enough.
So what are you eating? A cat there, Vern?
What's that?
Are you gonna eat that cat that you're petting right now?
dog.
Oh,
It's
it's
a
a
dog.
dog.
It's
Okay.
a dog, which
Actually
actually makes
makes
more
more
sense somehow.
Shut your whore mouth about cats.
You did not like that.
What? I didn't even hear what
He
you
said,
said.
shut your whore mouth about this cat.
This is my dog. And although I'm sure she's tasty, I'm not going to eat Ellie. She's an animal. I mean, everything else tastes good.
Played an instrument who would fit perfectly with us because I don't know. We all have a very similar person and like sense of humor.
Yeah,
If I
we're
played
sick and twisted.
instrument-
And you play well. You do play guitar, but you suck at it.
I suck at guitar. I was gonna say I do play guitar. I suck at it.
Bro, I
do
suck
play
at guitar too.
But I also suck at it. So
It's cool, man. It's cool. I suck at guitar too. Don't worry about it. You don't have to be good at guitar to play guitar. It's fine.
I have a very important question for you, Dane.
what was
What are your
that?
thoughts? Dane, I have a very important question for you. What are your thoughts on Ace Ventura, Pet Detective?
Oh, Pet Detective, a classic. Love it.
That's all that matters, man.
There it
You're
is.
in.
Oh,
As
man.
far as we're concerned, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Honorary
who
member.
cares? I mean,
The fifth
You're
member of
allowed-
what's revealed. The fifth
Yeah,
Beatle.
you're gonna be like the. You'd be like the hype man in Slipknot. You know, you just be jumping around, slamming a trash can or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe 2 mouths in a trash can, just have fun. You know, like whatever. Swing your hair around, man.
What was that?
yeah,
band
now we're
that
talking.
You can hold a guitar.
Live with like a Christian band that like they had a guy who just literally just danced around the stadium. He didn't have any other purpose other than to just
Was
do
that at King's Fest?
Yes.
Yeah, I know who you're
I
talking
can't remember
about.
the name, but the guy was literally just there to dance. He didn't do anything else.
Yeah, we spent the whole time, the whole show, trying to figure out what his role was, and that's all he did. So I'm
His
not.
job was to channel the Holy Spirit.
That's
That's what it was. Channeling the Spirit. The Spirit that gets you hyped. Whoa!
I saw Dylan in the comments said, "What's up? What's up, Dylan?
What's up?
Doing?
Happy holidays.
How you
Merry
doing?
Christmas.
Are you
Merry
eating
Christmas,
Chinese
Mahana
food too?
Kwanzaa. Does anybody remember that?
What's that?
What?
Chris Mahana Kwanzaa? That commercial from like 10 years ago that was probably like
Oh,
pretty culturally
Sounds good,
insensitive.
Chris Mahana Kwanzaa?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was like a car sales commercial. And like I said, it
It
was like
sounds-
probably pretty culturally insensitive. It's pretty funny now I'm thinking about it at the time.
I do not recall that one. Sounds legit though.
Oh man, yeah, sounds legit. We should cover it.
Does it have a jingle? We could definitely do it if we cover it.
That'd be hilarious. That'd be
Dialing back to what you were saying about the Holy Spirit made me think of Borat. Did any of you watch the new Borat movie?
Nah, I haven't seen it.
No.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh,
In fact, I haven't seen
no.
the first one either.
I
Well,
don't
you
think I've
never
seen
saw
the
the
first
first
one fully either. Yeah, I think I've seen most of it, but I was drunk, so I passed out near the end.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Them,
There's no way to do it, man.
so many of them seltzers.
At the time, probably vodka tonics. That was like what I was, whatever
vodka
reason I was into. Yeah.
I recently had spiked eggnog for the first time. It's not bad.
That shit's good. Yeah.
Not bad. It's very thick.
Better than regular eggnog because you get drunk and forget you're drinking eggnog. Eggnog
Hey,
fucking
you-
sucks, and I still buy that.
You shut your whore mouth now.
I'll fight you.
No. Oh, wait.
I'll put a cat in eggnog. Now what? Now what are you gonna do? Double down. What's up?
I'm the only one here without a whore mouth. What the hell's going on?
Give it time.
Give it some time.
Give it
Yeah.
time.
I'll say something.
That fucking egg roll looks good as shit.
Mm-hmm. It
Oh,
is.
you got an egg roll, man. I should have gotten them.
Dude,
They
that's
have
huge.
spring rolls. They don't have egg rolls at Japanese restaurants. They have spring rolls.
Nah.
Yeah, what is the difference? This one has shrimp in it, and whatever else goes into an egg roll.
I honestly don't
Not
know.
egg.
Very
Not egg.
similar.
Not a bit of it.
No. I think the egg, maybe like the coating of it is egg.
I think it's
I think
the
spring
outside.
rolls are vegetarian. Egg rolls can have like either shrimp or chicken or beef or something.
Where does vegetable roll fit into this?
Good question.
See, I'm like, I don't know. It's hard to say.
That's a reference for your penis.
Did I just hear someone say penis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said
Roll
the
or
word that
vegetable
could get us
reference
demonetized.
to your penis.
I'm trying to find the connection.
It's a matter of time before that came
A
up.
spring roll and
Oh, an
egg roll.
eggplant. Okay. So an eggplant.
Oh,
roll.
the eggplant emoji. Yeah.
Mm.
Code word. Code word eggplant.
Yeah.
I just have a box of just Christmas shit behind me that's just been there this whole time, just in frame. Not really like
Spray cat.
discernibly Christmas shit, so it just kind of looks like trash.
You've had your Christmas tree up since last year, dude.
Yeah, dude, we're replacing it too.
Are you really?
Yeah, the lights are like broken on it. I don't know. I couldn't
Dude,
figure out what's wrong
You
with
and
it.
me both.
Yeah.
There's only one section of the tree that
I can
works.
actually see it right now, actively in
Yeah.
the shot.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. There's like 7 lights on the tree.
You both realize that usually there's one bulb you only need to replace to be able to make the rest.
I
of
know.
it work.
I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. I spent hours, bro.
Trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Oh, has the cats been attacking your tree yet, there, Nathan?
They've only knocked it over once.
Mine haven't knocked it over, but they chew the shit out of it.
I feel like I'm doing okay if it's only been once, and it's pretty unstable too. Like it's a $20 Walmart tree.
That's
Yeah.
basically what mine is, actually.
Yeah,
I think it was
Well, it
actually
might-
20.
might have been 25.
Okay. Well, wait for the. You're probably going to have some lights go out because I think you have the exact same replica as what I've got. You're going to have some lights. It's going to look like my tree behind me here. In a little
Oh,
bit.
awesome! I look forward to
Yeah,
it. You know,
look forward to that. Yeah.
I think it'll be cool. You know, having some lights out on the tree. It's part of the spirit. You know,
Exactly.
the Christmas
Lights
spirit.
out. Part of the spirit. This is
Guys.
good Chinese food. I tell you what.
What's your favorite unusual ethnic food?
Good question.
Unusual? Which part's unusual? The food or the ethnicity? I don't. That feels like a loaded question, Nathan. I don't feel like you can ask that.
I feel like I should ask that question differently.
I didn't want to offend anyone, but I was really trying to think of the most unusual ethnic group. I'm like, ooh, that could be offensive.
Right?
Yeah, we
what do you
probably
mean by
should know
unusual?
Okay. What's your favorite ethnic food? How's that? I'll say food.
I like Spanish food in general. Any variation of that too. It could be
Yeah,
literally Spanish or Mexican or anything like that. It's fucking
I
delicious.
agree with that.
It's all great.
Also, Chinese food is very good. Even though I'm not eating it right now, it's very good.
As he's pointing at his Japanese hibachi takeout.
You're exactly right. It is hibachi.
Which one is it, Miyako or is it Tanzo?
It's wait, what?
Was it Miyako or Tanzo?
It's carry-out hibachi.
Carry out from Quick Way.
Oh, from Quickway. It's like barreling hibachi at that point.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, that's probably the least reliable hibachi you can find.
It's pretty good. Not bad. I'm saying.
Nice.
That's hilarious.
It's not spicy at least. I don't do spice.
You don't do
I
spice.
like Indian food. I don't know about you guys, but I can tear up some
Indian food
Indian
is very good too.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, Indian's
Good shit.
delicious.
Lately, there's a place around here that really kicks ass. I've been doing that
Butter.
lately.
Where do you two live?
I'm in
Well,
Frederick.
I live over in Martinsburg, West Virginia, so I'm a little ways out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't have the same places around here. Ooh, I just got by an orange.
Vern drives by.
And I'm
And
just
everyone else.
and I'm living between 3 Dunkin' Donuts and 4 McDonald's in Frederick.
There's your ethnic food for you.
It's fucking fantastic here. It's great. I love small businesses. What can I say?
Yeah, real small.
This place is a cesspit. Kill me.
I remember when I was doing DoorDash for a little bit, and I saw a car like swinging around the corner, and I was like, "Wait a minute, is that Iramar's car? That's Bird."
That was me. That was in fact me.
Yeah, you're flying around trying to get your fucking noodles and companies like a second.
Bro, let me tell you how frustrating it is sometimes when you go through that. All right, so that particular intersection brings me the least pleasure of any intersection in the entirety of Frederick, Maryland. Let me explain to you why, please, sir. Let me fucking place my case here, okay? Listen, when you turn in that intersection, okay, you come up to a 4-way cross, right? And in this intersection, the person who is coming into it has no stop sign, no yield. They can do whatever the fuck they please. They could just go screaming through that thing at the speed they came off the highway if they wanted to. And if they hit anybody in the fucking discourse of this, it is not their fault. It's the fucking idiots trying to cross the goddamn road when they don't have the goddamn right of way. However, that's not the issue I have. The problem I run into constantly is people turn in there and instead they see that intersection. They're like, oh, I must clearly stop here. And they fucking come to a screeching halt. I mean, they will slam their brakes. They're like, oh, damn, there's cars here. I have to stop too. And then they realize at the last second, like, oh, I'm an idiot. And then they continue on their way. Like, meh. But dude, when you're not expecting that 0.2 second screeching halt break, and you're like, oh, this person's not gonna be a fucking idiot, and they fucking slam their brakes at the last second, it's like, what is happening? Why?
Honestly, hashtag Maryland drivers.
That's
Period.
about it. Yeah, no, Maryland's pretty bad for that in general.
I feel your pain, Vern, because when I was going to the gym, I would deal with that constantly.
Yes, yeah. I imagine people going to the gym there must make up like the most people going there, because that's a huge part of it.
Yeah.
So clearly you know what intersection he's talking about, and he said that it's the least pleasurable intersection that he knows. So I'm just curious, what makes an intersection pleasurable, and what would be the most pleasurable intersection
Single
that you
lane
would
traffic circle. Done.
say? Simply put, there you go.
I'm amazed they actually had. It's like he had an answer prepared for that ahead of
I was
time.
going to say,
right?
I wonder who asked him that question before.
Just you, just now.
He seemed way too prepared for it.
I know. It seems like it, but it's just because I'm like, they just make the most sense. The problem is then, though, then it's not the fucking traffic circle's problem, right? The intersection itself isn't the issue. It's the idiots driving through it, and there's nothing else that can fucking fix that, right? The intersection at that point, perfect.
Vernon, I don't,
You have the right of way. Keep going, dumbass.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know if you guys
I
watch
think-
Big Bang Theory, but whatever obsession Sheldon has with trains, Vern has with pleasurable intersections.
That's what I was gonna say. Like
This
he
is
was
the
just
first time
driving
I've
through
ever talked about this in my life. That's the best part. That's like
I think-
I've never considered how much I liked a traffic circle with a single lane until we're talking about it. I'm like, man, architecturally, engineering-wise, that is the pinnacle of design. Let me explain to you.
When you use the word pleasurable, I had to get more out of
No,
it.
I think he's
I
driving
feel
through a traffic
pretentious,
circle. And he was
like-
oh, this traffic circle's so round and
Oh yeah.
oh.
Oh, I just got a
That's
fucking
actually
raging
legitimately
boner.
hilarious.
He drives through the intersection late at night. So, what are you wearing?
I'll tell you what, though, low on that list of pleasurable intersections is a 2-lane traffic circle. 'Cause what the fuck is that about? Have you guys dealt with a 2-lane traffic circle before? Who the fuck designed that? That's just wrong on every level. It doesn't make any sense.
Are you talking about like the roundabout traffic circles?
Yeah, the
Is that what
ones
you're
that
talking about?
also include like a lane in the center that like sometimes
Right.
you're allowed to take it out and sometimes there's just a
Right.
fucking blockade in the way. It's like, what the
Yep.
fuck?
Isn't it like the United Kingdom where there's like 5 lanes or something, and if you get stuck in the middle, you're fucked?
Yeah, that makes no sense. They're idiots.
That would be terrifying.
Well, speaking of China and Chinese food, I'm pretty sure they have that stuff there
They have
too.
the same
I've
thing
seen-
there, yeah.
I've seen things there where they have like 10 lanes of highway
Yeah.
on going the same direction. Like that
Yeah.
just sounds like it would be.
Yeah, I think that's just that's engineering that got away from itself, right? Like some guy early on was like, "Oh, put a traffic circle here," and everybody was like, "Oh, that's great." And they're like, "Yeah, but we need to expand the city, which means we need bigger roadways because there's too many damn cars here." All right, fine, let's do that then. But I don't think that we should expand the traffic circles. Maybe we should just expand the cities. Like, nope, need more roads, bud.
Bad news for you guys. Happening.
Speaking of that though, have you guys noticed, like in the past year in Frederick, or maybe like the past 2 or 3 years, that fucking city planner dude, he's spending every bit of money he can, isn't he? Dude, he's doing everything he fucking can to this city. Between like tearing up roads 4 or 5 times to replace them, fucking building random
Right.
stretches of highway that don't really need done. Like, what the hell is going on?
Dude, you had mentioned something that would really make my life so much easier. I remember you were with me. We were pulling out on the 194 from my house, and there's traffic going both ways, and you're sitting there for 5 minutes, and you were saying something how you create a lane to where you can pull in there, and then all the traffic can go around it.
Yeah.
And that would resolve so much.
That's all you need.
I don't know why the fuck they don't do that.
That's all you need. They just need to expand it a little bit. And I'm sure what that comes down to is whoever owns that little bit of property is like, nah, not giving you that. They're just like, yeah, but we could give you like, and he's, nope. Like, you don't have anything on it? Nope. But, nope. That's all it is, man. Fucking
Nope.
some dude with farmland who's like, I know what I have. And they're like, yeah, but like you would be helping out everybody in the local communities. It's like, you don't get
I'm
it.
just imagining that Bugs Bunny meme where he's like, nope.
Yeah, that's exactly what I have in my mind. It's great. Between that and the fucking like, he went that away. Like that lives in my head rent free.
Nope.
What you got there, Nate? What's on the
Got the
order?
Merlot.
Vernon, Scott. Looks like we both just got our drink at the same time.
Yeah, what you guys got?
Very interesting how we did that. Huh.
We got Scott.
Very distinct today. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got?
I've got my Viking Scotch.
Vikings.
2 weeks running.
Yep. Oh yeah, you haven't seen the Viking Scotch, Scott? Scotch.
I have not.
You look like you would drink a Viking Scott, and Scott looks like he would drink a Merlot.
You know what? You're banned. Get the fuck out of here.
We're closing his account on oncerevealed.com.
You're not invited to any more of our shows.
What, I wasn't invited to roast you? I thought that's why I was here.
I thought this was the roast of Once Revealed. I don't get it.
Island Park 12.
Yeah.
Viking. Does that say
It
honey?
looks so fancy too. I'm just like, damn.
That is.
Single malt Scotch whiskey.
Hang on, let me go get a beer.
Dude, it's funny. You mentioned the whole Scotch thing. Everybody in Brazil call me Scotch because they pronounce it different.
That's funny.
So they all
Oh,
call
yeah?
me Scotch, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's an alcohol for you guys, but we call you Scotch." I'm like, I don't care. Sure, go call me Scotch.
Scott, I
So
think it's
you're-
because your hair is red and you're pale, but
That might be it.
they're just calling it like it is. He's a Scotsman.
Yeah.
He's a Scotsman. He's got to be. He's Scotch.
Scotch. Close enough. Yeah.
Right.
Did you wear plaid at any point in time?
No.
You did your
I did
you
not.
did your heritage justice. You didn't set anybody back any hundreds of years. Good job, Scott.
Thanks.
Yeah. Not from me, man. It's from your heritage. My people are from here. You took it from us.
Vernon, I always forget that you have Native American heritage.
Yeah, it's more of my family than anything else, apparently.
I forgot that too.
Yeah.
Wow. As well as don't you have like Irish?
Yeah, some amount. Yeah, it's not some large amount, though. Yeah, it's that and then some European mutt mix from there.
I see.
Yeah.
So, like, what percentage are we talking about Native American? Because I just don't see it at all.
Yeah. My grandmother had it a lot more than I did. I'm the next generation down.
That's some good Merlot right there.
Hailing from Oklahoma.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Oklahoma.
I found recently that my dad he went on the I forget if it's Ancestry.com or the other one. I forget.
That's what my aunt did recently, because she was so
Right.
interested in all of it. So she was like, "I'm just gonna uncover all of it." So she did. It's pretty fucking cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And he went back as far as like the 1700s, and somewhere along the lines he found incest because he linked two different names, and I forget
Whoops.
exactly how we figured this out, but I'm like, great.
Whoops.
Probably a majority of all of us have some sort of incest involved in our past.
Probably it's some.
Probably
but-
true, yeah.
Yeah, it gets
It's
far
not
enough
good
back.
to know
The
that.
communities were too small, right? Like.
Right. Sister, you looking mighty fine in that there.
Wait, you're talking about incest like it's a bad thing.
Go back to New York.
Whoa, step bro. It's hilarious. Oh my god. Holy shit, that's funny as fuck.
So is this
Guys,
the part
you
where
have-
we do ASMR?
Hey, what?
Is this the part where we do ASMR and we start eating noodles?
Oh yeah. Lean in, just.
Just chew very loudly.
Here, click the wooden things against your teeth.
Here?
Not too hard. A little softer.
Alright, I got
softer. Oh yeah.
He's such a drummer that he makes rhythms.
I know. I was gonna say he drummed something for us. Is what he did. That's funny.
It's a performance, it's like a live performance. I gotta get where I can,
It's
Take
one of
what I
those
get.
weird, college art performances that we were talking about a couple weeks back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. I wrote that piece while I was a junior doing a composition class. I was learning from the professor and he taught me about postmodernist philosophy in music and said that I should be breaking the mold more. And so I developed this by channeling my creative energy in while I was eating Chinese food, and that's what I came up with. And I did that on repeat for 20 minutes.
So this is where you got the Mesoamerican inspiration for this piece.
Yes, exactly. Precisely. Yes. Now there's also a person chanting the mantra. Moist.
And what inspired the Mongolian throat singers?
Oh, yeah.
Was it you, Nathan, that sent that video of a bunch of guys slapping a fat dude?
Yeah,
it you
that was me.
I was like,
What the fuck?
really going at it. They're really going at it. They're like slapping them, giving them rhythm while somebody's hitting like the snare or something. I forget exactly.
Well, they were drumming on a fat guy.
Yeah.
His skin was so red.
Right.
It was good. It was nice.
As red as this Merlot. This is more purple.
Let's see how often you can reference the Merlot tonight.
Yes.
Dane, as the band's new hype man, if we need a shirtless guy to be drummed on, it's you.
I gotta start bulking up though. I've got like nothing to really drum on. You're just gonna be like hitting my rib cage.
We'll get you into those. We'll get you a pregnant suit for now. For now.
Yeah.
Okay. For now. So it's like a tentative period.
Drumstick.
Actually, Dane, because if you don't have as much fat or muscle on your like chest area, if you just kind of breathe in and like have your lungs kind of halfway filled, it'll create a nice hollow cavity that actually would have more sound than if you had a bunch of stuff dampening it.
I like it.
Next Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just saved you a bunch of working out, bud. You're welcome.
What was that?
I just saved you a bunch of working out. You're welcome.
I've been looking for an excuse, and this was it.
I got you, bud.
That's hilarious.
I can finally cancel my like 10-year Planet Fitness subscription that I haven't used in 8 years.
I've gone to his gym more times than he has.
All right, this bastard. I literally upgraded my Planet Fitness subscription to include him being able to come with me, and he came with me like once, and then he was like, "Nope, okay, I'm done. Sorry, Planet Fitness isn't good enough for
I
me."
thought it was for your cousin.
No, it was for you.
Oh, God.
Dude, I'll tell you guys a funny story about his gym. It was the one time I came in there. I was lifting some I forget what I was lifting. Like I was just doing curls with like dumbbells or something. And I went down to put the weights on the floor and just kind of went tink. And they have what they call this lunk alarm, which means if somebody's super aggressive, they set that alarm off and somebody comes over and tells them to shut up.
It's mostly for like loud grunting or dropping the weights and shit like that. You know,
sure.
obnoxious stuff.
Right. And I went down and I just barely dropped it on the ground and I heard this woo! And I'm like, there must be a guy who's making a shit ton of noise and I'm not hearing right now. And then the guy came over, he's like, you're going to have to quiet it down or we're going to have to kick you out. What the fuck? Hey, Panda, get off the table.
I literally thought like he was being pranked or something because it made no sense whatsoever.
That's ridiculous, yeah.
We were laughing at the guy, and he was like, "No, seriously, we're gonna have to kick you out if you don't like calm down." It's like the weights were probably like 3 inches off the ground when he dropped them. They made no noise whatsoever.
Yeah, that's crazy. I would never go back there. That's insane.
That guy was probably just like watching you and just be like, man, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
That sucks. Hate him.
The moment
wait,
he
there was a
does
button.
anything, I'm going to tell him he's too loud. He's probably sitting over there activating it himself.
Anything
probably
to set
waiting.
off the lunk alarm.
Right, I just, he like watched me, I was like, click. He did it. Set it off.
He's probably sitting over there behind his desk just hitting the button. Woo! You're like, what the fuck?
This is the same
Oh,
place
the
that
petty
they
amount of
serve
power
pizza
then.
on Wednesdays or something.
Mondays, but yeah.
Mondays.
Yeah, Pizza Monday at the gym.
The most American shit I've ever heard. Join us January 1st for Pizza Monday at Planet Fitness.
I mean, for $10 a month, though, like, it's not too bad. I'd just eat $10 worth of pizza on that Monday, and you basically made it back.
You eat one pizza and you fucking basically did it, right? That's
Exactly.
done.
Eat an entire pizza.
I'm gonna go ahead and cancel. It's like, yeah, we know. It's a bad ad, we know. It came down from corporate. There's nothing we can do about it.
This is so fucking
Enjoy your
contradicting.
fucking pizza.
Oh.
My dudes, how do you want this next year to go?
A lot less like this year.
I was gonna. Do you remember 2020?
Yeah.
Not like that.
I was gonna say just
Not-
nothing
not-
like 2020.
Not that. That's whatever that energy was. I'm done with that. We're done with that one. Pack that one up. Ship it back. Don't need it.
So I know the two of you are on Facebook because you guys are liking my memes, my fire memes every
Yes.
once in a while.
Yes.
Scott doesn't have the pleasure of seeing them because
He just
he's
doesn't
lame,
use it.
but
He doesn't use Facebook the way everybody else does. It's fine.
He
I
has
posted one.
Now you're Steve.
I posted one pretty recently that had me laughing. It was like January 1, 2021. We did it, guys. That awful year is behind us. And then August
Love this.
4, 2021. The Snake Wolves have taken Illinois. Here's what that means for Ohio volcano refugees.
I love that meme, dude. That's one of my favorite memes so far.
Wait,
So, I mean,
what?
however bad 2020 was, I just anticipate 2021, like,
Yeah,
upping
it,
it
it
a
can
little
only
bit.
get
Upping the
weirder and crazier.
Really?
The simulation is off the
Bad
rails.
energy.
The simulation's off the rail. They're just hitting buttons at this point. They're just like, what didn't we get to before 2020 is supposed to be the end, right? I was like, yeah, it's supposed to be. All right, so do you think we could give them a pandemic? Like, yeah, we gave them a couple like 100 years ago. We could probably do that again. Sure. What about you guys want a tidal wave? Yeah, why not? How about a volcano? Killer bees.
Hey, Vern, please tell me you saw Cabin in the Woods.
I immediately thought of that. Yeah, where
Yeah,
they're just sending
exactly.
random movie monsters. Like, what do you think will get them? What about the zombies? You want to send the zombies?
Yeah.
I love that fucking movie. I quote that as being the weirdest, best horror movie I've ever watched.
Exactly.
It's
Like, I had
strange, but it's great.
no idea what to expect from it
Yeah.
when I saw it. Like, I was expecting like something Cabin Fever-esque,
Yeah.
where it's just like, stupid, not good at all, or anything. But it was like legitimately one of the most enjoyable horror movies I've ever watched.
There's a point where you're on a rail and you're like, oh, this is going to be a normal movie where this kind of thing happens, and then suddenly the rail disappears and the cart just starts drifting. And you're like, what the fuck? What is this movie?
I just remember, like, the most vivid part of that movie is when, what's his name?
The motorcycle.
Yeah, he goes
Yeah.
off on a motorcycle and
Splat.
he's gonna make it. He's gonna boom and just falls to his death.
I jumped. I saw it in theater when it first fucking came out, and I jumped out of my fucking skin when that happened. I was like, ha! That's the first time in the movie that they even allude to anything being weird, and they're like, wait,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
Exactly. That's where the tides turned at that point. You're like,
that's the
okay,
rails
this is
just
not what I was
disappear.
anticipating at all.
And the cart just, where are we heading? Where are we going?
Easily a movie I could watch probably every single year from here on out, like once a year type
Yeah.
of thing.
It's not even that
Some
intense.
movies, it's like, I saw it, it's out of my system, I'm good for a few decades or so, but like that, I could probably rewatch every single
That was
year.
like the same year that they redid Evil Dead too. Like that movie came out, or it was like a couple years later. They did that, and then Evil Dead came out like 2 years later. I remember watching Evil Dead, being like, "This wasn't as enjoyable as like even Cabin in the Woods." Like I love
Yeah.
Evil Dead, and I loved their remake, and it was like really fucking scary. But I was like, Cabin in the Woods has still got the top for a horror movie right now because it's so weird. Like,
I don't think I watched it this year yet. I'm gonna have to go back to New York and watch it now.
yeah, it's been a while for me. Yeah. Yeah, another one that makes that is Ghost Ship. You remember that one from the 2000s?
Oh shit!
I watched that once. I don't recall
Isn't
much
that
of
the
it.
one with like the fucking robots.
It's all right. It starts with a decapitation scene where an entire ballroom gets decapitated.
Mhm.
That's the beginning of the movie. That was the first thing I remember watching that as a kid and just being traumatized. And I was just like, "What the fuck?" You ever been glued to a TV screen after some shit like that?
I
That was on
remember
TNT. I was like, hour and a half.
It's the front, like the cover of it. Like there's a ship and there's a skull.
A skull on the
covering
face
it.
of it. Yeah, it's all.
Yeah,
blue.
I think
Yeah.
I've seen that. I just don't remember
I was
exactly.
going to say,
happened.
what else happens in the movie? Because I feel like the decapitation is the only thing that kind of rings a bell for me. No,
That's
I don't
basically
recall
all
anything
that
else in the
anybody
entire
remembers.
film.
There's a little girl haunting a haunted ship. That's basically all it comes down to. Yeah.
Okay.
Another weird fucking movie like that. Yeah. And they set her
Did you
free.
watch It Follows?
Oh, that's yeah. I've seen bits and pieces of that one. I don't think I've actually seen the whole thing.
That was a good one. That was one of the last good horror movies that I watched. Because it's so easy to make a horrible horror movie nowadays. It feels, or just in general. But It Follows was like kind of unique and just like wasn't huge on like gore or anything, but just more suspense than anything. It's like that one where it's like this thing is following you. As long as you are the one who's cursed, it's following you. And once it gets to you, it like basically warps your body into a pretzel and kills you. And then whoever the last person you slept with is now cursed. So basically, to get rid of the curse, you have to sleep with someone, and then the curse gets transferred to them. But as soon as they die, it comes to the last person who had the curse, which was you. So basically, and it's literally following you your entire life until it kills you, or until you pass the curse to
it's
someone else.
So it's a curse for Gen Zs and millennials.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this why you've been trying to screw me this whole time? and that's why you moved to New York.
I'm running away from the curse, and I'm trying to pass it off to
I'm
you
gonna
already.
fuck you to death. I'm gonna do it. Watch me. I'm gonna find a way.
I can't. Would I not say it was okay?
Hey, Scott, it was consensual every time.
Oh no.
But it's creepy because like it doesn't move fast like the zombies from like World War Z. It like literally moves slow like a turtle. But the scary part, it's literally moving towards you until it reaches you, no matter whether you're sleeping, no matter if you're across the world or whatever. And it like changes forms too, so you don't know if it like who it is or what it is. So it's kind of creepy because it could be like an old lady walking towards you. It could be anyone. It was like really creepy. But
so this curse
really
is discoverable by velocity. Measure its velocity, and whatever's moving at that velocity, that's the curse.
pretty much.
I thought we had a band that didn't like horror films. I
Oh, really?
Yeah. None of us really like them. I only know like a few good
I know
ones.
Will doesn't. I don't know about Nathan, but I know you don't much,
Yeah.
Bert.
Not
Neither
into it.
do I.
Oh man, well, it was a good one.
Yeah, we'll have to watch it sometime. Maybe we won't sleep for a couple nights. But
Do you guys know about Dale and Tucker versus Evil?
Oh, that's a great movie too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tucker versus
Isn't that a
Evil.
book?
Yeah.
What's that?
I don't know.
I feel like it was a book before it was a movie, right?
Oh, I don't know. It's a total comedy.
Yeah, it's
So
a funny movie.
it's good.
It's like horror comedy type
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It like makes fun of horror movies. It's really great.
Right.
I
Yeah, I
watched
started
it.
watching, but I never finished it.
When I was in the army, we used to have this thing where it was like basically we met up once a week and we watched horrible movies, and that was one that made the list for a week. Tucker and Dale versus Evil, and it turns out that it was a
Sounds
really
like a
funny
fun
movie.
occasion that we
So we
had on
watched it
Variety
thinking it was going to
Hour.
be bad, and it was great. Great.
Yeah.
I think
Also
we should
known
have that
as Rubber.
thing going on Variety Hour.
Watching
Where
an
we
act-
just-
watching a
terrible
terrible movie. Yeah, we could do that. We could
Yeah.
actually we could make commentary videos for it and just put it out. That is a thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
That would be pretty hilarious, actually, to do Tucker and Dale or like fucking any of these horror movies that we've just spoken on.
Do you guys know the movie The Room with Tommy Wiseau?
The Room?
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Immediately, I was
watched
like,
it,
yeah.
Yeah, that movie.
Otherwise, like, oh, hey,
I
Mark.
did not
hi,
hit her.
Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. Yeah,
Oh, hi, Mark.
classic.
Great movie.
It's like
I
it's
just-
Georgia or something.
We've probably talked about The Room on like 78% of the podcasts we've done so far at some point or another. It's so bad.
I think I forget that we've already talked about it every time. I'm
it
just
it
like,
just
every time
happens.
I'm like,
It's just, that's one of those things that'll always come up. I'm sure.
like, hey, did you guys ever hear about
Yeah,
that?
there was
Like,
this.
yeah, Nate, we
I'm
know.
pretty sure. Yeah.
I have those.
It's just so funny. That's it's like we have like a checklist of things we got to hit on the Variety Hour. Like, how was your week?
That's one of
Have
them.
you seen The Room
Right.
with Tommy Wiseau? You know, the one. Oh, hi, Mark. You know,
What?
right?
Yeah, what are you drinking is another one.
Yeah.
Let me
What are
ask you guys,
drinking?
what do you guys think of The Grinch? The movie with Jim Carrey. The one with Jim Carrey.
Oh,
Oh, The Grinch.
fantastic, fantastic movie.
Yes. Thank you. The one with Jim Carrey, right?
Yeah. Both
Yes,
of them actually
thank-
are, in my opinion, are fantastic movies. Both the
I like
animated
the-
one and the.
I prefer the old animated one myself, but Grinch one's pretty good. It's pretty good.
If
Isn't
I
the
had-
Gary one How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
I guess. I mean, I guess they have different titles.
Do they?
You should know.
You should know.
I thought.
this.
Yeah.
I told you we'd be quizzing you on this. I told you. You're really letting us
No.
down, Scott. What are you doing?
Get the
Yeah, I'm right. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Yeah, because there's different names, but like, yeah.
What's
What?
what's the
Yeah.
live action one called? What's that called?
How the Grinch Stole Christmas is the live action one,
All right, what's the animated one?
and
How the
Maybe.
Grinch molested a child.
No,
Grinch in 28.
not how the Grinch did that. No, not excellent.
it's How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yeah, so
That was the Jim Carrey one. And then the animated 2018 one was just the Grinch.
there's
Oh,
an
the animated
animated
2018
2018 one.
Yeah, they
but
made another.
Okay, hang on a fucking second. I was not aware. Hang on. Why do we need another Grinch movie? That's not necessary. What's the point in that?
They tried to make it more modernized,
Jim
I guess.
Carrey put on a fucking fur rug for you, and you're gonna shame his name by making a shitty CG version of the same goddamn story? What the hell?
I know. I was thinking the same thing when I saw it being advertised. I was like, really? They put that in theaters? People are gonna actually pay to see that?
Jim Carrey
Okay.
died for your sins, and you're gonna do this to him. You're not gonna throw some respect on his name.
Jim Carrey died. I'm Christian. I'm still laughing. Why is this? Shoot.
Yeah, why do we have 3 Grinches though? That's stupid.
That's not
I don't know.
unnecessary.
I think
That
it
is
makes
way
sense
too
to have 2, like the live version and the cartoon version, but another one in cartoon, it's just like it's overkill. Just like
It
everything
feels
in
like they're
Disney
trying
is overkill.
Feels like they're trying to
It's like
erase
having
history.
13 Land Before Times.
Right. Or 8 different Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Yeah, but these aren't sequels. Could you imagine if they were sequels to the How the Grinch Stole Christmas? How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
true.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas again. Too fast, too Christmas. The Grinch stole it.
Too Fast, Too Christmas.
How the Grinch still stole Christmas.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Tokyo Drift.
It's just like the Who's are like had it by that point. Okay, Grinch, we get it. You're gonna fucking come this time and steal Christmas. Okay, all right, do your fucking thing.
So funny.
Shows how
So
they've
ridiculous.
had this like ongoing war with the Grinch, and they've got all these Christmas defenses against him. They've got like a wall with armed guards.
It
Or
becomes like Planet of the Apes.
But then the question becomes, who are the apes?
How the Grinch Stole Christmas. How the Grinch defeated Christmas. How the Grinch conquered Christmas. How the Grinch's Christmas will be taken back.
dude, we're gonna start something here.
We got.
These almost sound like
we got an
metal
idea
songs.
going here. Yeah.
Yeah, metal song. Yeah. That's gonna be our what do you call the damn albums where it's like a
We're gonna do a Christmas album, but it's gonna be
Concept
a concept album.
concept. Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
concept album.
Yeah, about the
Exactly.
Grinch conquering Christmas.
Warring on Christmas. Yeah. Yeah. The war.
then-
the true
and then
war on Christmas
populating-
wasn't Starbucks all along.
And then how he populates the earth with his species. But they're like half with like the Who's of
And they're
Whoville. Because
bloodthirsty.
there's no other. What?
And they're bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like picturing little Oompa Loompas, but green and like dancing around when like little kids die, though. Like-
This- We're onto something. You're in the right direction. Sounds like a bad trip, to be honest.
We do.
All right, somebody write this shit down. We got something going.
We don't need to. It's live recorded, so we can go back anytime we need to. This is a great note.
Yep. Great way to take notes.
It's here. It's here forever. Outstanding, gentlemen. Outstanding. We have an idea here. We're gonna package this up, and we're gonna ship this off to Hollywood. We're gonna license it with once
ready,
revealed music
Hollywood.
only.
A new original, man. This is fucking
Yeah.
beat knees right here.
Ship it out to LA.
Ship it out
Out
to
to LA.
Well, we were thinking you could take it up to New York for us.
No, okay. I'm gonna throw it off I'm gonna throw it into Niagara Falls, and it's never gonna be seen again.
If it's not that, it better be the Brooklyn Bridge. Is that where you're
Dan,
at?
it's
Is
not
like
Pino.
northern New York, like upstate?
Western New York.
Western. Gotcha.
Northwestern, right?
Well, I mean, it's north of here, but it's west. It's considered
Everything's
Western
fucking
New
north of here. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you got like
Even South
Albany.
is north of here.
Yeah, right. You got like Albany, I guess, and all those other cities that are like more north
Yeah.
New York, I guess. Western New York's like Buffalo, Rochester-ish, I
That makes
guess.
sense.
Niagara Falls. Yeah.
Yeah, Niagara Falls.
That's fucking. What a crazy state. It's insane how much different it is from one end to the other. Like one end, it's like damn near Alaska. At the other end,
Right.
it's just a metropolis, just a big city.
Yeah. I mean, it's wild because like down like Niagara, some parts of Niagara Falls, just remind me so much of like even the Baltimore outskirts of Baltimore area, like Catonsville, even, or like Laurel, downtown Laurel area. I don't know if you guys know that area too well, but you know, a bit grungy and whatnot. And like you would think Niagara Falls, oh, great touristy area, which they have the touristy areas, but like at least the area that I work at, like it's kind of a little ghetto.
Yeah, it's over on the Canadian side. The good stuff's on the other side.
Yeah, exactly. But then you drive 3 hours west or east of there, and you've got like the Finger Lakes, which are like beautiful areas. So,
right.
It just depends where you go.
It's interesting. Like when we drove there, this thing, like it's like mountains upon mountains.
Finger
Solid
Lakes.
Finger
That's
Lakes.
what that was.
Yeah.
He was doing Finger Lakes.
Rusty
I don't know why.
man.
It's great. Finger Lakes.
Solid Finger Lakes.
And like in that area, like beforehand, there's like it's nothing but mountains and trees, and it's just like in the distance you see like a bunch of lights, and then there's Buffalo, New York. It's like a completely different area where it's like ghetto and like
The first sound that they hear when they get out of their car is a gunshot, or someone screaming or something.
Yes, as soon as we got to the place we were doing Airbnb, I like got out and it was like,
Oh my god.
you hear that, Julie? Julie, you there?
That's so terrifying. No.
Like, can we get in the house sooner than later? I just want to get out of here.
That's terrifying.
I'm scared.
Then we stopped by a restaurant. I'd never seen this before, and they gave our receipt. They wrote everything out on the receipt, and I was like, this must define that this is a pretty ghetto place.
That's not ghetto. It's more of like just your mom and pop place.
Yeah.
But
Pretty
the
ghetto.
place you stayed was pretty ghetto.
Scott does actually support small businesses, regardless of what he's saying right now.
Exactly. I make fun of them too, but I also support them. So
That's really what he's trying to get at here, is that he did shop at a small business.
There you go. Yeah.
Pay no mind to all the other.
We spent the entire time making fun of them while we were there, but we still supported them.
you guys put this shit on a fucking napkin.
They got our money.
Are you kidding me? You poor
Look, man,
bastards.
Picasso drew great art on napkins, brother.
We still tipped them. They got our money, so we support them.
All that matters. They might have
Big
put the
fan of
next
you guys. Fuck your receipts, but big fan of you guys.
Great guys.
Don't try any bodegas. You might be confused there too.
The waiter might have quit the next day, but we supported the company.
He was a good guy.
Great guy.
Good guy, Scott.
It was a woman.
Good guy Scott. Good guy Scott supports local businesses. Shits on their goddamn receipts.
Supports local businesses, leaves shitty Yelp review.
Do you guys remember Scumbag Steve? Like, that was like the best meme of 2008.
Is he the one that had that hat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scumbag Steve. I don't know.
You don't remember those memes? Oh man, that was like old Rage comics.
We'll be closing pretty soon.
That was back
That was
in the
good
day.
shit.
Yeah.
He reminded me of someone from like Arbutus or something.
You guys
Or
might all be
Dunkall.
familiar with this too. We have this phenomenon back home, where basically there are individuals who they just belong on the side of Route 40, better known as West Patrick Street here in Frederick. That's a thing. That's a thing that's well known in our hometown. They wear skull jackets and smoke menthol lights. It's like a general thing. I actually have a guy from my high school for like graduating class in mind. I'm not gonna go there. It's so bad. But like everywhere you go, 40 has these people. I've
It
never
must be
experienced
something
it anywhere
about 40.
else.
'Cause I feel like the Route 40 in Baltimore has a similar stereotype.
It's Route 40. It's fucking 40 that does it. I don't know what it
It
is.
must be.
Anywhere you go, 40 just carries this vibe. It's got this energy on it, man.
Yeah. I remember when I was still living in Baltimore, on Route 40, there was this one guy who had this, like, wound in his leg, and he would basically, like, pick it open so he could keep, like, begging people.
Oh,
And he would, like,
Jesus.
use his, he would, like, use his leg as bait and just be like, he would, like, have his pants rolled up so you could see it.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
Ballsy.
Yeah.
Ballsy.
I mean, It's one way to do it. It's one way to advertise.
What's the ploy there, right? Like, what's the end game? Is I guess if it gets too infected and I lose the leg, then I'm always in. They're always gonna give me money then, right? Like,
I guess so. Yeah, win-win.
Jesus,
In a fucked up way.
that's really dark. It's really fucking dark.
Yep.
Well, I know what to
I'm
do.
selling out my leg
Yeah.
for whatever
I'm
people
just
will
gonna
throw me.
slowly saw my leg off manually by fingernail,
Just like
a little bit at a time. God, that's some dark shit. Ah! Crazy. We're coming up on an hour here. We're at 55 minutes
We are.
now, guys.
nice.
That was
nice.
a fast hour.
That was a
Daddy's
fast hour.
fast hours out here for the Once for Real
Yeah.
I'm
Friday.
surprised when you're drinking Merlot.
Yeah.
How many more Merlots can we fit in?
It's kind of like that.
One more Merlot.
Or Chinese food. Hibachi Chinese food.
Or just me with white rice.
Yeah, Scott, you had Chinese food, which is not Chinese at all in any way.
And I had
Like,
food
it's
that
not
does sometimes occur in China, so that's not it either.
It gets sold in China, therefore it's Chinese.
The super Caucasian Native American eating white rice.
Yeah. Yes.
Perfect.
Nailed it.
Dude, just the other day I stopped by, what was it, H Mart, and got some dragon fruit, and it was disappointing. It was like
You can
$6
stop
for
there.
that
That's
thing.
Scott's review of dragon fruit. And it was super disappointing. I just
No explanation. Just it was disappointing.
We still have it in the fridge. Like, I cut off a piece of it. I was like, this is kind of sweet, but there's not much flavor.
I was gonna say, do you know when they're ripe or not? Because it might just not have been ripe.
No,
I don't
I'm
know.
pretty
They
sure
don't
it's right.
taste like
It would be
anything.
probably
They don't
like
taste
sour.
like anything. They have no flavor. I had one when I was in Kuwait. So when I was in Kuwait, we went to this big ass mall, like the Mall of Kuwait, like the mall in Kuwait. And so like they have this big ass grocery store in the basement of it. So we all went down there and we found like the weirdest fruits that we'd never heard of. And somebody found a dragon fruit and they were like, dude, I've never actually seen a dragon fruit in real life. We'd only like drank like dragon fruit flavored things, right? And so we're just like, let's get a fucking dragon fruit and like a durian. And we got like a fucking like what else the fuck did we get? Oh man, some other like weird star shaped thing. I don't remember what the hell that one thing was called.
Probably a star fruit.
Talking
Could have
about.
been a star fruit. Oh, we got a jackfruit, one of those nasty bitches. We got one of them.
Jackfruit.
Yeah, yeah. So
Never
we
had jackfruit.
yeah. So we ate some amount of this on the bus ride home, and I just remember all of us tried dragon fruit because we were so excited about dragon fruit. So we saved that one for last, and we were like, it's gonna be so good because everything is dragon fruit tastes great,
Hello,
right?
Julie.
And so we tried it, and it was just nope, not good. Not
It's
good.
funny because dragon fruit sounds like the most metal fruit there is, but then it like produces like the most bitchy drinks that
Yeah.
you can think of.
It just tastes like water. I just remember remarking like, I just feel like I'm drinking a cup of water while I'm eating this.
Dude, guys, look up Google. What is it?
No, you got to ask Google so she reads it or they read it back to you. You say, "Oh, okay, Google,
just try it out. Try it out.
what liquor is plum spirits?"
He sent this to me the other day, and
Do you want me to actually play it?
go ahead and do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay, Google, what liquor is plum spirits?
Cool.
Do I have to unlock it? Good talk.
Good talk.
Okay, Google, what liquor is plum spirits?
Slivovitz. According to Wikipedia,
What?
Slivovitz, Slivovitza, Slivovitza, Slivovita, Schlivovica, Slivowisa, Slivowitz, Slivovice, Slivovica or Slivovka is a fruit spirit made from damson plums, often referred to as plum spirit.
That was so much. That was
So I legit asked Google this question to, I wanted to know what the answer was because I had plum spirits years ago back in Hungary. And I was just curious. I was like, what liquor is this? And she gave me this answer. I was not expecting it, so.
Slivovitz.
It sounds like the videos that Scott's always sending me of his Alexa where he's asking her stupid questions.
I don't ever get those. He does that on Snapchat, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's hilarious, though. Slithervinza. I'm loving it. All right, well, that's been about an hour, gentlemen. You want to go ahead and wrap it up here? It's been great having you, Dain. Featuring
Thanks
our
for
special
having me.
guests, Dain Wood and Julie. I'm out in the background there for just a few moments. Thank you all for checking us out tonight. Thank you all for having a wonderful hour watching us, the few of you that I saw check in as the night came along. Have a happy holidays. Join us next week where we actually figure out what a Slithovinza is. 'Cause I'm confused at this point. I'm scared.
Happy Honda days.
Thank you all for being so well dressed.